Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Corbin Burns. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, his main pitch is that cutter, and he will use it to jam guys, especially opposite-handed matchups. And then, same-handed matchups, just trying to miss the barrel of that. He's just got to make sure that he doesn't start over the ball of the plate, because then it can go right into the sweet spot of the bat. When it's right, he's got late horizontal movement, so he still has to mix in his other offerings. He can't just...
Okay, let's check out the lineup. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
This one popped up. Warner right there to make the grab. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Swings through that one.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters gotta get in the swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Mullins brings it in, and that is that. Yanks nothing. Orioles coming to bat. Back after this on the show. Back here in Baltimore, and going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Garrett Cole.
He has great stuff, Boo, but what I love most is his drive. You know, when he takes the ball, he's going to give you everything he's got and try to pitch deep into the ball game. He's a good competitor, which makes it easy for his teammates to play hard for him. We're not going to see him take many pitches off, I can promise you that.
And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. 1 down. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch, you better not miss it.
Anthony Santander at the plate.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with 1 swing.
On base and keeps it going. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one is absolutely belted. Into the bleachers and gone. And they grab the lead. It's 2-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing.
That's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever Great job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Andrew Rushman. And that one hammered Judge. Going back on this one. And on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. And it's 2-zip. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and here is Anthony Rizzo. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. The 0-1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Righty delivers. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and fires. And down on strikes. And quickly one away in the second.
Well, they get the strikeout there. What kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. And he swings and misses, and it's nothing at all.
No ball, one strike.
Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
When you can turn the ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. swings through it for strike one.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ballgame.
Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, pretty consistent with his zone. So if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy long.
With the tying run at the plate, near the top of the second. Hit weakly on the ground. Off balance feed, there's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate ball. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He's got it, and that one in. One left for the Yankees, and they're down 2-0. Back now, and a new arm on the mound to start the bottom of the second. Mark Leiter Jr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit.
The first base.
The pitch. Clobber to right field. Roll back. Gone. A massive home run. And they tack one on the blue. It's 3-0. That one just sounded different.
Yeah, it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, the hitter took the right time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is gone. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. that home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Just absolutely quick. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Over down the line, could be extra bases. The throw in, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of standing with mechanics.
The new pitcher in the game, Jim Hill.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. And a swing and a line drive into right field. Soto makes the catch. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put but run away. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson. He's 0 for 1. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And there's a fly ball, deep right field. And it's a run off the wall. Should be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 5-0.
Early years ready to hit right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
One out, runner at second. Now the number 2 hitter, Jorge Mateo. That one ripped left field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Around third. He'll score, and it's now a 6-run lead. And he'll make it into third with a triple.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Once in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, now hit out of velocity, right on top of it.
Runner at third with 1 gone. Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That was blasted to the moon. Their 3rd home run of the inning. It's 8-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Tommy Kahnle.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered in this game. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Here's Adley Rutschman singing he was the first player taken in what has turned out to be a talented draft class.
Well, Boog, 2019 delivered a youth movement for Major League Baseball. Adley, Bobby Witt Jr., Corbin Carroll, and the list goes on. It's extra special when you're the top pick of the class with so much talent.
And that should be extra bases. And that's a double.
He was all over that one. I don't know how he was able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he had to get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it out and still get good work.
So, man aboard, Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a line base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Runner holds it third, so even with 2 outs, they did risk it. Next for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. He's already homered here in this one. Base hit and a run in to score.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now here is Ramon Urias. And those are rocket into the outfield. Ryan holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. Out of here. Grand slam. Make that 4 homers in the inning. The first spot on the board. It's 13-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good advance to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
New pitcher for the Yankees, Marcus Stroman.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled out. Righty to the plate. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And that one's dropped into the bleachers. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 14-0.
Back-to-back jacks. This club is fired up right now, dude. This is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one is out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 15-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
This one's smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 16-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard, just doesn't have the same intensity to it. But he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser, 1 for 2. That one lifted to left. Verdugo ranging after it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So finally, the frame comes to an end after 14 come across to score. We played 2 full. The Orioles lead it 16-0. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Number 28, Austin.
The pitch.
Wells.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Under it. Makes the ground run down. Here's Alex Verdugo. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Makes the play. That's out number 2.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and it's a little frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that until his next at bat.
So they're down to their final out. And now, Gleyber Torres. Ground ball, and this should do it. On the first, Fergie. And the Orioles take this one in a blow.
I don't know what they do in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now. But more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come to the count, score, and get another W.
So this one got a little out of hand as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us.
Joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.